ran down that hill, took the turn, gave it all I have in that last 10 meters, and I finally made it to the finish line. Saw 17:36 on the clock. My time later was like 17:44, but I saw 17:36 on the clock, and I was like, wow, that's insane. Yeah, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So before we jump into today's video, I would like to say I hope you enjoyed the last video I posted for you guys about the hot versus cold running. I really enjoyed telling you guys the pros and cons of both hot and cold running. And as you guys heard, I am definitely a warm weather runner. Some of you may be. I would assume most of you probably are, but maybe some of you are cold weather runners. Please comment down in the live chat, or if you want to, comment down in the live chat what kind of runner you are, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you notice, I am in a different room right now. I am actually at a wedding. Well, sorry, it's not me. It's my mom and dad are at a wedding. But I'm in the hotel room right now, so that's why my background's different. Just felt like it was right to tell you guys that. But anyways, so that's probably all I have to say for this first block of the intro. And now let's jump into our second block of the intro, the topic for today's video. So in today's video, as you guys probably guessed from the title, we are going to be recapping Fudgicle Week 3. So this Fudgicle Week 3 was definitely the most chaotic Fudgicle I have had so far. I got pushed to my limits this week. I run faster than I ever had for the Fudgicle these past 2 weeks. And yeah, it was a lot of craziness. But we will get into that in the video. Yeah, guys, so that's probably all I have to say for this intro of the video. And now let's jump right into our first block of the video, the Before the Race block. Alright, guys, in this first block of the video, we're going to be talking about what happened before the race. So as I say every single week now, during my Fudgicle recaps, if you guys have watched any of my track recaps, my cross-country recaps, my road recaps, whether it be 5K, 10K, any race, literally any race. You guys always know I start off with, I woke up, I ate a bobo and drank my chocolate milk, rested for a little bit and watched YouTube, got dressed, got my family out of the house, we jumped in the car, and we went off to the race. So let's just skip through all that, and let's get straight to when we got to Tewksbury. So this week we got to Tewksbury much earlier than last week, which was good, because since we got there at like 7:46, we just rounded down to 7:45 to make it easy for math, but the race started at 8. So it was good that we got there about 15 minutes early. When we got there, we jumped out of the car, we put our numbers on, and once all of our numbers were on, we went over to check in, and as we were heading over to check in, we saw our coach, Joe, who had actually notified us in advance that he was coming to watch us today, so that was pretty exciting. I was really happy to see him because I haven't seen Joe since Kentucky now, so it was really good to see him today, and shout out to Joe for coming out and cheering us on, and everyone else who ran the race today. But we went in, signed in, my dad ran stuff that we needed back to the car, and I headed over to the starting line. By that point, it was about 7:55, The rest of them stayed back. I ran over the starting line, got a spot up front, started stretch, just waited there on the grass for them. Then they all came up. My dad came over to me and asked me, had I stretched yet? And I said no. And he's like, all right, let's just stretch quickly, and then before the race goes off, let's just stretch so we can be a little bit loose and not that tight. So we did our not our typical warm-up stretching, but again, these Fudgicles, we never get to do our typical warm-up stretching, so it's kind of obvious that we didn't get to this week either. But so basically, we did our warm-up stretching, and then about 30 seconds later, I would say, they just blew the gun, and we were gone. Also, we had seen a lot of fast guys here today, so we could definitely tell before the race had even begun to get close to starting. We knew that this race was going to be really fast, and we knew there were going to be a lot of good runners, and I knew I was going to be pushed to my max. So I was really excited to see how this race unfolded. Yeah, guys, so that's probably going to do it up for our first block of the video, and now let's move on to our second block of the video, the During the Race block. Alright guys, in the second block of the video, we're going to be talking about what happened during the race. So as I told you guys in the last block, before this race had even begun, got even close to getting started, before they even got close to blowing the gun, I looked around and I saw a ton of fast guys here today, and I knew that this race was going to be really quick. I knew that this was probably going to be my fastest fudgicle yet. I knew I was going to have to push my body to the limits to keep up with these guys for 3.1 miles, 5K. So basically, I was basically going to endure a pain sesh with everyone else. So yay. On a 5-degree morning, we got to endure a pain sesh, which is always fun. Once we were all stretched and warmed up, a little bit, we lined up, they blew the gun, and we were gone. So through the first, I would say down that first road, I was in about a 6 to 7 man pack with everyone else. We weren't necessarily strung out yet. We didn't really string out till about I would say almost the end of that road. So we basically all ran together, till the end of that road, rounded the turn, and by that point, there was about me and one other guy about 5 to 10 meters ahead of me. And, so I almost thought to myself, you're going to come in second this week. You're going to come in second to this guy. And then I had to remember, you cannot think this way. You have to keep your mental, abilities strong, because if you don't, you're going to lose and you're going to come in second no matter what. So basically, that was when the tides turned for me, and I was like, okay, I need to keep my mind strong, and I need to believe in myself and know that I can possibly win this. I may not, but I have to believe I can. So basically, we got halfway down the second road after we took the turn, and he was still about 5 to 10 meters ahead of me. I kind of just settled in and told myself, relax, you still have over 2 miles to run this. You can relax right now. You're not even at 1 mile yet. We end that road, take the turn, and I come up shoulder to shoulder with him. We're now shoulder and shoulder. Go up that small bump into the mile mark. We pass the mile mark, and that's when I finally try to make my move on the inside to just get a little bit ahead of him. I didn't get much distance on him, but I figured to myself, anything is better than nothing at this rate. You don't have a ton of distance on him, but as long as you somewhat are in contact with him and you can fight for the win at the end, that's all you need to do, because you may not be able to sprint as well, but as long as you can make your decisive move, you're going to be fine. So basically, I got past him, and I could still hear, I went down that small hill, and as I kept running down that road past the 1 mile mark, I could still hear his footsteps pretty clearly, which kind of scared me a little bit, because I thought to myself, did I go out too fast? Did I not make my move at the right time? And then eventually it would pay off, but at the time I was kind of questioning myself, because I was like, am I going out too fast? Was this not the right time to make the move? Will this guy catch me? Am I going to fade? So it's just one of those things that, all of you, if you've ever run fast, you've ever passed someone, and you're in front, you're always questioning yourself, did I go out too fast? Will they catch me? All this nonsense. And, you kind of have to just reel yourself back in and say, okay, go with the flow and just go with it. Your body knows what to do. Go with it. I took that turn onto the main road. I knew that I was probably a little over 1.25 miles in, maybe a little less than that. So basically, I just knew his footsteps were slowly getting fainter and fainter behind me, but I always know that anyone in a race can show up at any time, and they can catch you at any moment possible. So I just figured, you have to keep going. You cannot slow down. This is not the time to slow down. When you hit 3 miles and no one's behind you, you can slow down. But until then, there's no slowing down for you. So basically, I finally took that. I reached the tree with I always use benchmarks during my races to get places, and there's always a tree with an orange ribbon around it. So that's where I take the turn and I can see the 2 mile marker, or I can see the turn to take on the next left. So I finally pass that and take that turn, and I think to myself, get to 2 miles, and that's your goal right now. You just have to get to 2 miles, and then you can start thinking about what you want to do for that last mile. Do you want to dial it back a little bit and then pick it up at the end? Do you want to keep a consistent pace, or do you want to speed it up a little bit and then risk the risk of failing at the end, risk of dying at the end? So basically, I finished running down that road, took the turn, hit 2 miles. That's the time where I just said to myself, go. You've made your decision. We're not sitting back here. You're gonna get passed if you sit back. So you have to just move. And I didn't know it at the time, but that guy wasn't that far behind me. So it was like, I have to keep moving. Like, I don't know how far he is behind me. And if he catches me, I'm not going to be happy about it. So I have to keep moving. I took that right-hand turn, went all the way down the road, up the mini hill, down the hill. I was completely, I was feeling sick almost. I felt like I was going to throw up somewhat. But anyways, down the hill, up the hill, straight, and I could see the final turn. I told myself, I get it, you feel horrible, and I get it, you kind of want to stand on the side of the road and throw up right now, but, you have to get there first. So I finished running down that road, took the turn, and just thought to myself, you have a little over a quarter mile to go. You just have to press the turbo button at this rate. You have something left. Whatever you have left, put it out now. You're not going to get another chance to put it out, so you have to put it out now. Straight down that road, took the right hand turn, like the wide right hand turn, ran down that road, kept feeling really sick for some reason. But maybe it was just the fact that it was cold, but I don't know. I just really wanted to get there at that rate. But then I took the wide right turn, took the left hand turn, saw 3 miles, passed 3 miles, and this is when my body told me, you just have to go. You can shut down in about 10 seconds, but you just have to go. Ran down that hill, took the turn, gave it all I have in that last 10 meters, and I finally made it to the finish line. Saw 17:36 on the clock. My time later was 17:44, but I saw 17:36 on the clock, and I was like, wow, that's insane. Yeah, guys, so that's probably going to do it up for this second block of the video. And now let's move into our third block of the video, the after the race block. Alright, guys, in this third and final block of the video, we're going to be talking about what happened after the race. So the moment I crossed that finish line, I was completely and utterly, I was zapped from my energy. Every single ounce of energy I had was zapped. I was freezing. I was, not in the mood to talk to anyone, and I crossed the finish line, and Tammy tried to talk to me, and she, I didn't respond, and I felt so bad because it was you're talking to me and I'm not responding, but I feel like I just needed that few seconds to just recoup myself and get myself back into my normal shape instead of just gasping for cold air again. So yeah, I think I just needed that little break to just get myself back to normal. But yeah, so once I finished and got myself back together, I talked to her for a little bit, and then I talked to Joe also, and he told me he had taken pictures of me and videos of not just me but everyone at the finish line, and he came down there to tell me if it was close. He told me it wasn't super close, but I saw there was only a 30 to 35 second difference. So it was definitely my closest Fudgicle yet. I'm going to say that right now. But yeah, so I had really fun with this Fudgicle. They also were giving away free headbands from the Mill City relays. I was gonna run Mill City, but it ended up that it didn't work out. I think I had a meet that weekend, or there was a practice, maybe the Junior Olympic pre-practice. I will make a video for you guys at that on that one as well. Comment on the live chat if that's something you guys would like to see. But it just didn't work out. But I was happy. We got 4 free headbands from Mill Cities, and yeah, so that was really good. I stuck around and saw my dad come in. At I think I have to check the times again, but I think it was mid-20s to high 20s, maybe low 21s. But he came in 6th this week. So for the last 3 weeks, we have both come in top 10, which is awesome for both of us. But yeah, so he got one, I got one, and I got one for my mom and my sister, and we just kind of talk to the guys. We talked to Joe a little bit about the indoor season. He's still saying that meet in February is happening. I will be recapping that one for you guys, but yeah. He said he has also found an indoor venue for us, which I'm super excited about because at first I didn't think we were going to have any indoor season, but he has finally found a venue for us. So he's going to check it out, I think tomorrow or Monday. But yeah, so I am really excited to see if we can find an indoor venue. Plus, this one has no age restrictions, and it also has, we can also go up there by ourselves. While we're not doing practice, if we ever wanted to go do a track workout up there, or just run up there in general. So, yeah, that would be really fun, and I would be really happy to finally get an indoor track that we can work out at that doesn't have restrictions or anything like that. But yeah, so as we talked to the guys, some of the guys, the second place guy, and some of the guys who came in after me, asked me how old I was, and I told them 11, and they gave me a look like, kid, you're 11? That's it? And I was like, yeah. But yeah, so it was really fun to race all these guys. They were super competitive. Shout out to that second place guy. I think I met your brother before, but you were insanely good. I mean, you were really, really good. You pushed me to my absolute limits. So shout out to you and shout out to everyone else who ran this race. I am really proud of everyone, and I'm happy that we got to come out here once again in the frigid below 10-degree temperatures and run a 5K. But yeah, so we stuck around with Joe and everyone else to watch my mom and my sister come in. After that, we went to go grab Joe's Christmas gifts, took a few pictures with him, and then recap the race with my mom and sister. My mom said my sister did great during that race, so that was really good. And after that, we basically headed home, got packed, and we came to where I am now, the hotel room of the wedding. You guys, so that's probably going to do it up for this final walk of the video, and that's probably going to wrap it up for today's video. Alright guys, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about what happened before, during, and after the race, my thoughts, my feelings, how hard I had to push myself during that race. And once again, shout out to all the competitors who competed today. They all pushed me to my absolute limits, and I was so excited to just get out there and get pushed again. I mean, I haven't had a race like that in forever, and I just want to thank everyone who maxed me out and made me just destroy myself to get the result I did. Yeah, guys, so that's probably all I have to say for that. Stick around for today's quote. I know you guys are gonna love it. And once again, any quote ideas, comment them down in the live chat. I will get to them. I'll get to them in a future video. And yeah, that's probably gonna. So yeah, that's probably all I have to say for that. And that's probably gonna wrap it up for today's video, guys. Once again, if you guys would like to join me in the Fudgicle, link is all the details are down in the description. You can pay. All you have to pay is $1 per person every time you come to the race. Once again, the race is at Tewksbury Memorial High School at 8 a.m. in the morning. So be there, and yeah, I'll see you guys there. Yeah, guys, so that's probably all I have to say for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Keep running, and peace out, guys.